Hello, I'm Elliot. I'm going to tell you about my family vacation to a dude ranch in Wyoming. Fun little getaway for the whole family. That being said, introduction here. It is a multi-generational family vacation for 23 people, ages 1 to 70. We got a broad selection of people there. Not only was this a large group of people, but a very diversified one. Destination, a scenic Wyoming dude ranch for an unforgettable Western experience. Some objectives we may have there is to have an enjoyable time, be safe, stay in our budget, or as close as we can get to our budget, have it organized, and make it less stressful for all that are involved. Introduction continued a little bit here. Here's what needs for it to all happen to have a smooth execution. That being said, some accommodations. We need booking a ranch that fits all family members comfortably. Flights and rental cars, coordinating transportation for easy arrival and departure. Extra off-site activities ensured diverse entertainment options for all, and meal plans off-site rather than at the ranch. Dinner options for flexibility and convenience for everybody. And our main goal is a well-planned, stress-free, and a memorable adventure. All right. Scope. The scope is what needs to be done to make sure that the details are outlined so that the vacation is successful. That being said, we need to research and select a dude ranch, having a service help with booking, travel flights, car rentals, and etc. Creating an itinerary that would fit the family's wants, budgeting and tracked expenses, and ensure safety and contingency planning. Out of the scope, planning activities and meals outside of the dude ranch. Said here are my stakeholders involved, starting with my parents, Bruce and Katrina, and myself. Some siblings mine, Jessica, Kyle, Corey, Gabriel, Lucas, and then of course their significant others, and my siblings' families, my aunt and uncle, cousins' families as well. So a big group of us there. And then also what we have here are local restaurants who could be a negative stakeholder, along with car rentals, airlines, and even the dude ranch can be negative in a way. Can we get a large enough vehicle to accommodate all of the people and luggage? Can we find a ranch that accommodates our needs and wants? And are we able to do this within our budget? That being said here, next slide, more stakeholders analysis and communication plan. Here's the stakeholders analysis and communication plans that I use. Who has the power and influence? It would be my aunt and uncle have the power to decide on what ranch, restaurants, and activities that we would be doing. Jessica, Gabriel, and Lauren want to have influence and power, so they need to be involved when making the decisions. Also, here's the communication plan, you can see as well. This involves who needs to know what their responsibilities are, how they will be notified, and how often I will have updates and when. That being said, on here, our next slide, selecting a dude ranch and date was chosen by the head of the families, and was discussed within the families. Then we kind of all came to a conclusion on what was the best time for everyone to go on the trip, and the ranch selected was so what you do is you pick your top 3 within the family, and then you would choose a number system where your first pick You got 3 points for your second pick, you got 2, third, you got 1. So we added them all up to figure out which one had the most points toward it. That being said, it was the Lazy L&B Ranch in Du Bois, Wyoming. Flights and rental cars, we used AAA Travel Agency. That was great there. Real budget friendly. Next here is the itinerary for activities on and off the ranch and budget planning tracking. This is how I kept track of the budget and activities on and off of the ranch. The activities was a little difficult to do with such a big diversified group. What I did was search what was available, what age you needed to be for certain things and how much it would cost, and if they could handle the size group that we had. We'll end up doing different things at different things at the same time to accommodate all the wants and needs of everybody in the family. How many at one time? Like, some people will be kayaking while others aren't necessarily super interested in it, so then they would be going shopping or a different activity. The meals will be provided mostly at the ranch, as it came as a package deal, kind of an all-inclusive thing there, along with activities that the ranch will accommodate to us when it kind of best fits us. Say if we want to go for horseback riding one time, great. If we want to have a campfire, options there too. That being said, another example of what I did, I used Google Sheets and documents. So this is the packing list that the family needed to do. Kind of show you what everything we needed to pack for certain people. I also used restaurants here in Du Bois that need reservations that were off the ranch. See which ones are available there. That being said, your risk management here plan, bad weather, need to have a backup indoor activities. If your flights get delayed, you gotta have a flexible check-in plan and some budgets. If we go over a budget there, we gotta have our emergency funds. And then, of course, our health emergencies, insurance, and having a first aid kit in case we get hurt while horseback riding or anything on the ranch. And the decision making, got to make sure everyone comes to a mutual agreement. The decision was actually, believe it or not, pretty easy. Based on my family, it's very hard to believe it was pretty easy there. That being said, next, before you go on the trip, we need to confirm our booking. Make sure everything's booked, flights, ranch, everything like that. You need to check your weather, see what the weather's going to be like while we're there, and you need to finalize your packing, make sure you got everything packed, make sure you're good to go. And then during the trip, you need to monitor your budget and ensure that your schedule is flexible. Being said, closing and post vacation review here. That being said, this is something that would be completed after the vacation, which will be taking place late summer. See if the family was satisfied. Did the trip stay within budget? Were all the planned activities completed? And were some unexpected challenges? How were they handled? How did everybody take that? And some lessons to be learned. What worked well and what we can improve for our next family vacation. Conclusion, some key takeaways. Effective project management makes vacations a lot smoother and stress-free. Using tools and planning strategies ensure budget control and fun. Flexibility and thought-out plans are essential for handling unexpected challenges. That being said, thank you. And this is my trip to Wyoming.